What's up guys, I'm back once again to make my one video for the year. This is something I've been doing for the past, 7 or 8 years now. 2025 has been a remarkable year. I've been doing a lot of different things. I've been trying out various things, learned a lot of things, accomplished so many things. I felt like the best thing I could do is just make a year in review and discuss it with all of you guys. So let's check it out together and see how it panned out. So the year started off in quite an interesting manner. So in January, I was finally accepted into the Francization Quebec program. It's basically a French course taught by the government of Quebec. So I was seated with a bunch of other students who were primarily refugees in the country. Their diverse background, the kind of stuff that they experienced was just basically so interesting that, just made the course all the more cool and fun. My schedule was Monday to Wednesday from 6 to 9. So I'd finish my day job and then rush to class, and then after that I basically hit the gym for about 45 minutes and then call it a day. It was quite hectic, especially because Montreal experiences a lot of snow during January and February and whatnot, so that definitely did not help my case, but it was alright, not too bad. And on the other hand, I was working to hit my break even for this little side hustle business that I started in October of 2024. I'd actually invested quite a bit of money and I was waiting to get my money back, so I was plowing my way, doing event after event, and then hoping that I would basically hit my break-even as soon as possible. So in March, I completed my French course with the government of Quebec, and I also hit my break-even for my side hustle, Bean Booth Photo Booth. Bonjour, je voudrais un petit café noir, s'il vous plaît.
Petit café noir ensuite?
Oui, c'est-tu, merci.
Thank you.
Yep.
Parfait, santé.
Yep. Ouh là là, mademoiselle, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Oh, mon français est pas bon, hein? April is when things started to get really interesting. If you remember from last year's video, I'd done Shadi Show, which was, me wearing an Indian wedding outfit and walking on the stage. I did the same thing this year too, simply because I just wanted to stay in that loop of modeling and pursue my hobby, which I really like doing, and that was really awesome. Right after, I took a trip to Vancouver, which is really cool. I went to meet up a friend of mine, Ion. I'm sure you must have seen him in the previous podcasts and whatnot, the videos in my channel. Ion, went to meet him. He lives in Vancouver, British Columbia. He's studying there at UBC and also pursuing a part-time job at the moment. So yeah, went and check it out. Really beautiful place. The scenic views are incredible. The weather was fortunately very nice because Vancouver is known to be really rainy. And when I was there, it wasn't raining at all. So I was really happy about that. 2 weeks after coming back from Vancouver, I decided to do a road trip to New York. Incredible. I loved the energy. The people were great. The food was awesome. I mean, the infrastructure undoubtedly is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. And that got me thinking, maybe I should start a venture of my own, maybe. What's really funny is that while I was sitting inside a tour bus in New York City, I was thinking of creating something, maybe creating a product, because I was so inspired by these huge buildings and infrastructure. I felt like I had to do something to make that kind of money to go and live in New York City. So I thought of this concept called mail metal. Now, don't judge me as yet, but this is the idea. When you want to show appreciation to somebody, you basically buy them a bouquet of flowers or get them a meal or something. I thought that what if you could actually award them for their effort? It could be the smallest things, but if you could award them for their effort, that would be pretty cool. And that's what mail metal is. So it's basically a medal that has something inscribed onto it, like whatever you want to write on it, inscribed and given to you in a box, which you could ship and mail directly to your friend or family or whoever. I was thinking if that idea had any merit. So I texted my friend and I asked him if this idea was really good. And then he said, no, he said that once you come back from New York, let's think about it and we'll figure it out. Now, as you proceed in the video, you'll actually see how the mail metal product ends up becoming. So stay tuned in this video, you'll see it.
Are you recording?
1, 2, yeah, let's go. At Bean Booth, we support each other. Yeah, that's right.
June was different because I'd done a photo shoot with a fellow designer friend of mine in the St. Joseph's Oratory. That's when I stopped saying to myself, I do modeling sometimes, and decided to say, I want to do modeling in a professional, real manner. Because I really enjoy the concept of modeling, I just wanted to pursue it in an actual way now. So I got a friend of mine to take a couple of snapshots of me, and I decided to send it out to a bunch of agencies in the hopes that something would pan out of it. So July to August was when my momentum actually started to explode. So to start the month off, my company sent me to this place called Thunder Bay, Ontario on a business trip for about a week. Now the city itself is very small, kind of secluded from the rest of, the major metropolitan cities in Ontario. But it was very nice, the experience was good. I had a chance to meet many engineers and kind of work on the project I was assigned to work on. Right after I landed back, I had my largest photo booth booking. It was with this event called Fierté Montréal, in English Pride Montreal. It happened down in the Olympic Center, and this event basically spanned about 4 days. and focused on, the diversity and inclusion of the LGBTQ community. So yeah, they booked me there, and I had about 900 to about 1,000 unique people use my photo booth over the span of those 4 days. There weren't any hiccups. I was there to set it up. I was there to help their team out with any questions they had, and it went incredibly well. And that was actually so revealing because I was pretty stressed out, because if I screwed up, it would be pretty serious. So yeah, I was very fortunate and very happy that it worked out really well. Later in June, my mom suddenly felt the desire to go check out New York City. I think probably because I went there, she wanted to also go check it out. So I flew down to Ontario, and my family and I basically took a road trip down to New York City. And I went there for the second time the same year. But the biggest breakthrough I had in August was that I finally got selected into a modeling agency. So for the first time, I could actually be paid to do modeling work. So that was really, really awesome. I've been cooking my mutton curry for the past 15 minutes in my pressure cooker. Here's for the big unveil now. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, it actually does look pretty good though. It looks really rich in flavor and masala. I'm making a Kerala styled mutton curry right now. I found this really cool video on YouTube. I'm making it for a friend of mine. I personally don't eat mutton. I just stick to salmon and chicken breast. That's the healthiest type of meat that I can find. It's affordable also at the same time. So October was quite an eventful month because Bean Booth, my side hustle, had completed 1 year of existence. So to celebrate its 1 year anniversary, I actually had a Bean Booth party, a 1 year anniversary party, which is pretty awesome. And about 4 days later, I'd done my PMP exam, which is a project management professional exam. I hadn't said this, but I was studying for the exam for the past 2 or 3 months, and I got a 100% score, an AT, and AT score on the exam, which I believe is an about target in 3 separate categories they have in the exam. And surprisingly enough, 4 days later, I was sent to the emergency room at the local hospital because I tore my pectoral muscles while doing a bench press. So that was pretty funny. And finally, as a way of celebrating the month, I got my ear pierced. I don't know if you can see this clearly, but yeah, I got my ear pierced, and that was pretty awesome. So November was incredibly special. Do you remember that idea I was talking to you about, male metal? It finally became a real thing. So my buddy Mohammed and I were actually working on this project for the past, 2-3 months now. We're trying to figure out what the design would look like, what the boxing would look like, how we would ship it, and the website, and what have you. So I placed an order on Alibaba for about 200 pieces. I worked with the supplier to kind of make sure that they've made exactly what we were looking for. I felt like the best person I could give my first prototype would be to my grandmother. So I have the full footage of me making the medal and then giving it to her. She received the medal and she was extremely overwhelmed with emotions. I think she really broke down her tears, and it was quite an emotional moment. Let me play the clip for you. This is me giving the medal to my grandmother. Mama.
Okay?
Mama, I got you this little gift. Open it up and see
How
what's
many gifts are Abhishek?
Just give it to her. Just read it up first. Oh, sorry. Read it up and see.
Hi. My God, what else I want now?
It's a little medal for you. And,
I know.
And it reads something here too, It says,
Thank you for 26 years of love and guidance.
that's for you.
On 8, 11, 20. Oh, very thoughtful, Apu.
Of course.
My God, I have no words.
Oh, she's crying. It's a medal. I want you to put it on. You take it on. Take it out. No, don't cry. It's okay. Don't cry. There you go. That's a medal for you. Does that look nice? After giving the medal to her, I realized that this male metal product could actually become something. If she was so connected to this product and felt so much about it, I'm sure a lot of other people would also feel the same way too. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this is going to pan out. I'm still working with my partner, Mohammed, to figure this out and get the website and everything ready. It's taking us quite some time, but we'll get there. The December was super surprising because one of my videos on TikTok went viral. I was booked for 2 mainstream photo shoots with 2 humongous companies. One of them was Videotron, a big telecommunications company, and Coho Financials, a financial services company. For the Videotron one, it was spread across 2 days. The first day was me standing outside in the cold in a thin outfit doing a pose while they took some shots. It was incredibly crazy because it was about -14 degrees outside, and every time the photo shoot would be on standby, they had an entire team come and drape me in a thick blanket so I wouldn't pass out with hypothermia or something like that. The second day was more chill because it was inside a house and I had another actor who was with me, and then the two of us were just posing with their phone and all that, and it was really cool. And a couple of days later, I had Coho Financials. I think they were trying to launch their new credit card collection, and I was one of their lead models for that. So that was pretty badass too. And finally, Bean Booth had 7 events booked that spanned across December. So I spent my New Year's Eve at a restaurant celebrating their New Year's Eve party because I had my photo booth set up there. Pretty interesting, but also really cool. To reflect right now on my life, I'm currently 26. I'll be turning 27 next year. You know, I don't have a fixated path on where I'm actually heading towards, but I do know that I'm going somewhere in life. I'm not sure where I'm heading to, but I do have a positive inkling that I'm actually heading towards something good. What I'm doing right now, my strategy right now in life is that I'm sowing seeds in various parts of life, in various aspects of life, and then letting it germinate and grow into something great. And then what I do is basically just taste the different fruits of life and see if I liked any one of them. For example, modeling or the side hustle or my job as an engineer. It's all random stuff that has no connection technically to each other. I'm just doing it to see how it pans out, and if I like something, I'll basically go and have more of it. My biggest learning so far is that consistency is key. You just have to be consistent. Consistency is really quiet. It's not loud, it's not pompous. People don't care. But ultimately, when the results hit, it hits so loudly that everyone cares. So, and honestly, I actually don't do it for people's validation. I do it for my own validation, because if I can do something that's difficult, for example, let's say scaling up that side hustle photo booth thing, or modeling, or that award I'd won with the Irish government a couple of years ago, all these things are pretty difficult to do. And when I see that I've achieved it, I seek inspiration from it. And I guess the biggest mind hack to do great things, from what I've actually experienced and realized works, is that if you're just very curious, humble enough to know that you don't know what you don't know, and you're just super consistent with it, things become incredibly great. And this is not Steve Jobs saying, but it's me saying it. I feel like that's the ultimate formula to do really good things. Being humble enough to know that you don't know what you don't know, staying incredibly consistent, and just being very curious about things. That can actually get you to do anything in this world. Anything, literally. So yeah, I hope 2026 is an awesome year, and I hope great things happen in 2026, and I'll see you then. Take care.